Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Just gonna look at the macro trend, guys. Today, I got Bitcoin here on the weekly. And we're seeing, right, after several weeks of significant upward momentum for Bitcoin, we are seeing a little bit of teetering now, right, over the last couple of weeks. Last week's candlestick, if you guys can see over here, closed with a short body, long tail, and longish wick. And now, obviously, we are at the beginning of this week. It is Tuesday, August 31st today. So we have still yet to see what is going to happen for this entire week. My guess is that we're going to pull back a little bit here, maybe over the next few weeks, before we see a retrace and another move to the upside. Of course, quarter four 2021 coming around the corner. It's going to be interesting to see what the next few months have to hold. If I bring up XRP here on the weekly, we can see same thing, although that push up for XRP significantly stronger, right? Over the last few weeks and now the last 3 weeks, we've seen some negative pressure. But on the weekly, we can see still forming what is a bullish pennant pattern. So that's all good news. The trend is moving to the upside. We can see strong bullish pressure followed by weakish negative pressure on the weekly. That is a good sign that the trend is going to continue upward. I just wanted to mention a few of these announcements here that XRP_Crow is bringing to our attention with regards to the Songbird token. So we know that is a Flare Networks update. Songbird, or SGB, the Canary Network for Flare Songbird Distribution Ratio, he gives that there. Flare launch after testing all systems on Songbird with the final security audit at the end of September. So for those of you guys who are already claiming Spark FLR tokens, you are eligible for this as well. And so I'll leave this tweet here if you want more information. Stetus gives more information on his website here as well. From Stetus here, Exchange Wallet supporting Songbird SGB, airdrop for XRP hodlers. Again, another infographic here, and you can go to his website here, stetus.hr, and he gives us another infographic here letting us know which exchanges are indeed supporting this airdrop. So we've got CoinSpot, BITRUE, ZB.com, Exmo, and Bitso. Those ones are definitely supporting, and right now, some are still considering this, including Binance, Uphold, Celsius, GateHub, and a few others. And then there are the cold storage wallet solutions that are also supporting this, including the Ledger Nano and Exodus wallet, which I use both of these, and the Bitfrost wallet as well. So for more information on a lot of this stuff, you can visit Stetus's website. We've also got this guy's from Jeff at ISO_XRP here on Twitter. I'm not saying it's XRP, but well, Jeff, you know what? I am saying it's XRP. This is from the Fed's commitment to payment modernization, improving the U.S. payment system by achieving the 5 desired outcomes. So we've got speed, security, efficiency, cross-border payments over here, collaboration, all things that DLT technology would definitely ensure. Down here, you guys can see this is coming from the Federal Reserve Fed payments. It's kind of blurry over here, but it looks like improvement, Fed payments improvement. So from the Fed, and they're mentioning here, the lack of consistency in implementations of ISO 20022. We know Ripple, one of the first companies in this space that have jumped on board with ISO 20022 capabilities. We have also heard about this timeline, for the implementation of ISO 20022, but the Fed talks about this in this document, The Path Forward, making the move to modernization to address provider and end user pain points in invoicing and remittances, implement ISO 20022 standards, and support traditional and emerging electronic payment methods. So this is what they see as their path forward. Cross-border payments, as soon as I see this, cross-border payments, the Federal Reserve, and even if Jeff is not saying it is XRP, we do know that the Federal Reserve Payments Pilot incorporated Ripple's partner Valente Technologies. So this came out several months ago now, right at the beginning of the year, February 2021, and they did indeed say we are partnering with Valente. So Valente Technologies announced its participation in a pilot for the Federal Reserve's new instant payment platform, FedNow, and they are Ripple enabled. So yes, it isn't confirmed. However, all signs are pointing to the fact that this is happening, guys, in the United States. Payment method agnostic, supports all electronic payment types. That sounds a heck of a lot like Ripple and XRP, and also some details outlining the timeline, phase 1 and phase 2, finally implementation of the pilot, including interim oversight and exchange of e-invoices within the virtual network, and that is happening all of next year, 2022. Interesting to note that. I will link this in the description if you guys are interested in following. With regards to the lawsuit, guys, yesterday I did talk a little bit about Jeremy Hogan's perspective on this and, the SEC's move, that Queen's Gambit move. If you guys didn't catch Jeremy Hogan's video, I suggest you do. He does obviously go into a lot more detail. I'm just going to go over some of those key points that you may have missed. So basically, the SEC, just the long and the short of it, the ACC has deployed a Queen's Gambit in its litigation, sacrificing its position on the fair notice defense to solidify its central position that XRP was sold as a security, and thus the Gambit was set in motion. Okay, this is Jeremy Hogan's thesis, basically. The attorney further explained SEC's stance in the context. According to him, the SEC was going to admit to some extent that there was confusion about digital securities and eventually strengthen its position on XRP as a security. Further, he also said that the dispute can resolve when and if the SEC's Gambit fails, and that if the scenario plays out otherwise, this lawsuit is likely to spill over into the year 2022. So we are not necessarily expecting something to happen right away. However, 2022, right around the corner. And in terms of today, it is an important day. Today is the telephonic conference with the judge, and so there is a public call-in number. I feel like, every single one of these has been maxed out with XRP hodlers calling in. So guys, I urge you, the time and date are down here. Again, this another one from XRP Crow. Public details for the telephonic conference, Tuesday, August 31st, 2021. So here are the phone numbers. You guys can catch them down here. Access code 9453921#. Not hashtag pound. It is happening at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. So, as of the drop of this video, you guys will probably have a few hours if you are watching this video as soon as it comes out. Make sure you get on the line, guys. Make sure you show your support. It is important. But John Deaton here also advising us, guys. Please be advised that the SEC has already complained about XRP hodlers listening in on the phone. That was early on, and there haven't been any issues since. Let's max out the conference call, but give them 0 to complain about. And so just letting us know, given the high level of interest in this litigation, participation by thousands of investors has already proven incredibly disruptive to Judge Netburn's court conferences. This coming from the SEC. Let's not give them a reason to complain. I agree completely with John Deaton here, so just another public service announcement to that point. With regards to the actual content of the case, I saw this from Michael at Val5Links. So Ripple files motion to expose the XRP holdings of SEC employees. Again, this has to do with if they were trading unregistered securities such as XRP. At that time, that is in question, and I just did a video on this week. I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner. The court has reportedly given the US SEC until September 3rd to respond to Ripple's motion to compel the authority to provide data on its employees' XRP hodlings. So a lot of this I did go over in that video. The motion seeks to compel the SEC to provide anonymized documents reflecting trading pre-clearance decisions, not only for XRP, but also for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Defendants also seek certifications concerning SEC employees' XRP holdings, again, either with redactions of personal information or in aggregate form. So a lot of this we already know, but an important date there, the court has given the SEC until September 3rd to respond to the latest motion. The attorney added that the order was a text-only order, meaning that no separate written order was filed. So we still are waiting on that. Again, another important date, September 3rd, just to keep in mind. And we also got this, the never-ending story. It is such a joke. This from BondCrypt XRP. With regards to the SEC lawsuit, SEC files another motion to compel discovery after unveiling new information. So in the latest XRP lawsuit update, the SEC has filed a motion to compel data discovery. The letter motion pleads to the court to compel Ripple to produce audio and video recordings of Ripple staff meetings. So this is the latest. The SEC asserted that Ripple's vast accumulation of potential evidence was kept from the plaintiff despite SEC's request for relevant recordings in one of its very first letters to Ripple in January of 2021. However, according to the SEC, Ripple never informed the plaintiff that the defendants routinely kept staff recording meetings. Nevertheless, the SEC recently learned about it from a key former Ripple employee in a deposition. So apparently, Ripple former Chief Compliance Officer Antoinette O'Gorman revealed for the first time in a lawsuit in her deposition on August 4th that Ripple routinely recorded meetings. Now the SEC knows about this, unfortunately, and Ripple has to hand them over. I mean, who knows what they will glean from those video and audio recordings. However, it is still more work for the SEC's lawyers. Now they have to sift through all that. Upon the SEC's information request, Ripple agreed to produce these recordings, but of course they came with a condition. Ripple stated that it will willingly produce the recordings mentioned in Exhibit A if the SEC forfeits its right to seek data discovery in the foreseeable future. So, a bit of a bargaining chip there. Ripple stated, right to seek to obtain any relevant and responsive recordings that the SEC may later learn about, including from the September depositions of individual defendants Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson, or from any additional documents Ripple or the individual defendant produce in this litigation. Unsurprisingly, the SEC has denied Ripple's conditions to compliance before SEC's data discovery request. This in turn has led the SEC's latest letter motion to compel discovery. The plaintiff also quoted the Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 26B1. It states that the rule permits the acquisition of data that is relevant to either party's claim or defense, along with its correspondence to case requirements. And then there's a quote down there to that effect. So now it is the video audio recordings. This is the latest thing that is on the table. And again, to Jeremy Hogan's point, we could see this spill over into 2022. Hopefully, we will come to a speedier resolution. I'm going to try to be on the call today. Hopefully, there will be room on the call. I want to mention this, though, and I think that this will really help Ripple's case. This from Erica Gilbert 777 here on Twitter. Ouch! She just ripped the SEC a new butthole. This is an article from Rosalind Layton here from Forbes, writing up on the Ripple SEC lawsuit. Now, a lot of this is stuff we know. A lot of this is just a summation here. I'm going to move down right to the last couple of paragraphs because I think that this is telling. Where is it here? These are the last two paragraphs. I will link this entire article in the description, of course, if you guys want to read the full thing. But the XRP Army has recently started unearthing video evidence of regulatory misconduct that strikes at both the SEC's case and in its public credibility over and above what Ripple has presented in court. One video shows Hinman making it clear his 2018 speech was indeed intended to guide the markets and reflected our thinking at the SEC, contradicting both an affidavit and his deposition. More recently, several embarrassing videos of then SEC Commissioner Robert Jackson have surfaced, showing him energetically asserting that not only Hinman's speech was market guidance, but that all such guidance was intended by then Chairman Jay Clayton as regulatory clarity in place of slow-moving formal rulemaking. In another, Jackson insists that Clayton viewed all ICOs as securities, throwing more scrutiny on Hinman's speech and the SEC's inaction with Ethereum's ICO. Another video in 2019 conference shows Hinman's then deputy at the SEC, Amy Starr, and Coinbase counsel Dorothy DeWitt, indicating that the exchange and the SEC have a framework on whether to list certain tokens or not based on their status as unregistered securities. So a lot of this evidence, of course, unearthed by the XRP community, and this is why I've been saying it's great to keep these videos coming out, right? It's great to expose the SEC for what they are and to give Ripple's lawyers more ammo, because I am sure they are scouring Twitter and, using a lot of this information to help their case along. So XRP Army strong. We are definitely helping, guys. We are definitely making a statement, and I have a feeling the SEC had no clue that we were going to be this freight train slamming right into them. Taken together, the momentum of this crowdsourced activism hints at how excruciating a trial might be for the SEC and all the current and former officials entangled in the case. So, Rosalind Layton obviously pointing out that, the XRP community is definitely participating and definitely having an impact on this. As the discovery phase draws to an end and the public backlash intensifies, one wonders why SEC Chairman Gary Gensler would continue risking his legacy on taking the Ripple case to trial. His fumbling defense of non-existent clarity has only widened the agency's credibility gap and hurts his image as a heretofore champion of crypto, who, among other things, taught a course on the subject at MIT before taking the SEC role. Aside from the unprecedented restrictions on the SEC's power, what a losing verdict will inflict, can Gensler effectively lead an agency that is provoking so much hostility from the very constituency it claims to be defending? With a razor-thin Democratic majority in Congress heading into the midterms, the Biden administration can ill afford turning against the crypto community. So applause, thank you, Rosalind Layton for that article. I gotta say, you know, a great article here, and I suggest you guys read it if you have not already read it. A lot of people, you know, in the XRP community, obviously sharing this over on Twitter, and I will definitely link it in the description of this video. So we gotta ask this from AT, Jeremy Hogan. Hi, Jeremy. Do you think the judge would rule on the privilege during the hearing, or would she need time to consider what will happen during the hearing? Thank you for taking the time to answer. I know we will soon all find out tomorrow, but just curious. Of course, he's talking about today. So Jeremy Hogan responding just down here, tomorrow, I'm hoping she says she will do a personal review of the document. So we are going to keep our ears open for that. And, you know, keeping true to this theme of uncovering more information, questioning more documents, you know, day to day, stuff that makes you go, you know, I wanted to bring this up as well, and, you know, hopefully Ripple's lawyers have realized this too. This from Real XRP Boy here on Twitter. Ever wonder why Ripple XRP wasn't part of Operation Cryptosweep? I do. By the way, it's really cool that the XRPL is more standalone now than it has ever been. And so he links to this document here, guys. This is a document from the U.S. Department of Justice, okay? The report of the Attorney General's Cyber Digital Task Force on Cryptocurrency Enforcement Framework. So this is serious stuff from justice.gov, and there's an entire report here. And notice the date, October 2020. That is the date that was only months before the SEC lawsuit against Ripple and XRP, which makes me think that this is all orchestrated. You gotta think, the biggest company in the space was not entangled in this operation, which is outlined right over here. So Real XRP Boy here gives a screen grab of the page that we should be focused on here. State Attorney General, security regulators, and departments of financial services are responsible for protecting and investing public in their respective states. For example, licensing securities firms and investment professionals such as broker deals and investment advisors, so on and so forth, registering certain securities offerings, reviewing financial offerings by companies, auditing sales practices and record keeping, promoting investor education and enforcing state securities and banking laws. Many state authorities are actively monitoring, supervising, or investigating virtual assets activities within their jurisdiction. So some of these things are definitely things that Ripple have been accused of, particularly those involving the issuance or sale of an ICO. Now, Ripple has never done an ICO. They never did an initial coin offering. But here is something that we should be paying attention to. For example, on May 21st, 2018, the North American Securities Administrators Association announced a coordinated series of enforcement actions by state and provincial securities regulators in the United States and Canada to crack down on fraudulent ICOs and cryptocurrency-related investment products, as well as on the fraudsters behind them. More than 40 jurisdictions throughout North America participated in Operation Cryptosweep, which resulted in nearly 70 inquiries and investigations and 35 pending or completed enforcement actions related to ICOs or cryptocurrencies. So note this, guys. This happened in May 2018. This report was put out in October of 2020. And, these organizations basically went in and I'm assuming seized computers and other information that would suggest that some of these firms were performing illegal ICOs or anything questionable with their cryptocurrency company. Yet, Ripple, of course, not part of this. Okay, they were one of the biggest cryptocurrency companies at the time, and you would think that if they are in court today for doing a lot of the same things that they're purporting that this organization was targeting with other cryptocurrency companies, you would have thought that they would have been wrapped up in Operation Cryptosweep back in May of 2018, yet they were not. Which brings me to the fact that it sounds as though, this, again, all kind of part of the plan to make an example of the crypto industry and, picking on the big guy. Is it all smoke and mirrors? Do we know that Ripple is going to come out of this gloriously and victoriously? Has it been kind of already, are the wheels kind of already in motion to suggest this? And are we really just waiting on this back and forth and audio, visual, and will you give us these documents on these conversations, so on and so forth? All this going on in court until it's really time for XRP and the rest of the crypto market to shine? I mean, it's a hypothesis, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always want to hear your comments. Guys, today is the meeting. Call in at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, I'll bring this information up on the screen. We'll see what happens, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.